Most lives aren't lived, they're inherited. The stench of coal smoke hangs thick as you stand on the precipice of a half-built skyscraper, blueprints flapping wildly in your hands. Below, the crowd shouts for you to climb down, to settle, to conform. But you're not here to follow their cement-footed paths. You're here to pour the foundation of a new reality. I, W. Clement Stone, once stood where you stand now. 6 years old, fists frozen around newspapers in Chicago's bone-chilling streets, realizing the chilling truth. Most lives aren't lived, they're inherited. The crowd will always try to mortar you into their walls of mediocrity. But tonight, we dynamite those constraints. Pillar number 1. Mental sovereignty. The iron girders of consciousness. Your mind isn't a room to be decorated with others' hand-me-down beliefs. It's a construction site. At 16, selling insurance policies in Detroit's frozen alleys, I discovered the first law of self-architecture. Thoughts are neither masters nor servants. They're raw materials. Most people build mental shanties from whatever debris society tosses their way. Newspaper headlines, social media noise, the toxic whispers of realistic thinkers. But architects, we smelt our own steel. I want you to conduct an experiment now. Clench your dominant fist. Feel the blood pulse. That's the rhythm of 60,000 miles of vascular pathways obeying your command. Now imagine if you can orchestrate cellular symphonies without conscious efforts. What could you build by deliberate design? The crowd's limitations, their can'ts and shouldn'ts, I say, are psychological asbestos. And so tear them out. Here's how we pour the foundation. Neural demolition. Each morning, bulldoze 3 inherited beliefs. Cognitive concrete, yes, and replace mental voids with affirmations so precise they hum with voltage. Psychological welding. Fuse gratitude to ambition, thankfulness for present resources fuels hunger for future creation. During the 1929 crash, while brokers leapt from windows, I stood in my office repeating, "Every collapse reveals new bedrock." Within weeks, we'd redesigned policies protecting families from economic freefall. Crowds saw disaster. Architects see exposed foundations. Pillar number 2, visionary clarity. Blueprints written in lightning. Vision isn't about seeing the future, it's about electrifying it. At 22, expanding my insurance empire beyond Chicago, I didn't set goals. I conducted electromagnetic rituals. Each dawn, I'd sketch headquarters in foreign cities with such tactile detail. I could smell the ink on new policies. These weren't daydreams. They were quantum instructions. Modern neuroscience confirms what we builders always knew. The brain cannot distinguish between vividly imagined and lived experiences. When you mentally rehearse success, you're not fantasizing, you're laying neural rebar. The crowd relies on flashlights. Architects use lighthouse beams. Your blueprint must be so precise it terrifies you. Spatial specificity, not more money, but $347,000 annual passive income by Q3. Tactile details. The texture of your future office chair, the scent of your signature cologne, the exact pitch of your "I've arrived" laughter. Chronological courage. Note it was a date stamp every milestone. Pressure transforms coal into diamond. In 1954, I challenged my sales team to visualize commissions down to the decimal before first calls. Those who complied outsold others 3-1. Why? Their minds had already currency verified the future. Pillar number 3, relentless action, the bricklayer's manifesto. Blueprints collect dust without mortar. At 14, I learned action's alchemy, shivering beneath Chicago's L tracks. Each newspaper sold wasn't commerce, but a brick in my escape tunnel. The crowd debates methods. Architects mix mortar with their own sweat. But hear this clearly. Action without architecture is vandalism. We don't hustle, we build with precision. Foundational habits. 3 non-negotiable daily actions aligning with your blueprint. Regulatory rhythm. 90-minute construction sprints followed by 17-minute cement setting breaks. The Fibonacci sequence of productivity. Quality control. Evening audits comparing progress to blueprint specs. During World War II paper shortages, I mandated 4:17 a.m. warehouse raids, salvaging scrap paper for policies. Competitors starved, we erected skyscrapers from trash. The crowd sees obstacles, and now I see architects see raw materials. Pillar number 4, resilient adaptability, the earthquake-proof mind. All architects face tremors. The true test isn't avoiding collapse, it's building flex zones into your psyche. At 47, when regulators tried dismantling my empire, I didn't defend, I redesigned. Within months, we'd engineered new compliance frameworks that became industry standards. Resilience isn't toughness, it's anticipatory plasticity. Seismic sensors, weekly stress tests, poking mental blueprints for weaknesses. Kinetic joints, building flexible fail-safes into every plan. Rebar rituals, morning crisis simulations, visualizing worst-case scenarios while reciting. Chaos is unformed opportunity. The 1973 oil crisis vaporized competitors' profits. We thrived because for decades we'd pressure-tested systems against imagined disasters. The crowd fears storms, architects install lightning rods. There's a moment in skyscraper construction called topping out. When the final beam is hoisted, draped with evergreen, to symbolize sunwise life amidst steel. Your final beam isn't money or fame, it's legacy. Not what you take, but what you erect in others' minds. Every policy I sold was a brick in someone's financial fortress. Every mentee I coached became a fellow architect. The crowd builds monuments to themselves. Architects construct cathedrals of collective potential. Now feel that blueprint in your hand, it's vibrating. The crowd is shouting, the wind's picking up. Place that first mental girder. Mix that cognitive concrete. Let them jeer, you've got reality to build. The horizon isn't a limit, it's your next construction zone. Build. Outbuild them all.